Here are 7 space horror movies to give you the cosmic creeps. This is Nerdist Now. Few things are as existentially terrifying as the idea of traveling through the void of space. That sheer speck of nothingness that is human existence when compared to the Earth deeply upsets me. It's petrifying if you think about it too long. Ugh. Movies have definitely given those of us for whom space is both fascinating and horrifying a lot to chew on. If there's nothing out there but us, it's terrifying. And if there is something else out there, it's terrifying. Here are 7 such movies that have us questioning our place in the universe. Alien. This is the movie that gave us the immortal tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream." While most of the scares come from the monster in what is effectively a space haunted house, Ridley Scott's masterpiece places just as much terror on the consequences of humanity messing with cosmic forces that have no regard for us. The sequence where members of the crew investigate the derelict spaceship and find long dead and decayed aliens and eggs is still the movie's most thought-provoking scene. Prometheus sort of ruined that moment, but it's still effectively chilling. And with weird billionaires spending money to race each other out to space instead of doing anything to help the Earth, the looming omen of fictional companies like Weyland-Yutani makes alien subtext way more relevant by the day. Event Horizon! Imagine if, instead of the xenomorph eggs, they found Pinhead from Hellraiser. A long-lost space cruiser called the Event Horizon turns up inexplicably near Neptune, and a new ship is sent to investigate. Turns out the big ghost ship used an experimental hyperdrive that may or may not have ripped a hole in the space-time continuum and let some horrible eldritch evil into our dimension. What's on the ship drove the crew insane and murderous. Despite a troubled production, its nigh Lovecraftian sense of madness and graphic depictions of hellish visions are enough to give us plenty to shriek about. Sunshine. Folks out there might argue that Danny Boyle's underrated 2007 sci-fi story is a thriller and not a horror movie. Tell that to my countless sleepless nights, pal. This movie is terrifying. A similar situation to Event Horizon, Sunshine told of a future where the sun's light was burning out and humanity tried a last-ditch effort to reignite it. The multinational crew has to do its job while looking into what happened to the previous mission's crew. As it turns out, there are more reasons than protecting your retinas for not staring at the sun. What if the sun is looking back? High Life. One of the scariest things about outer space, aside from the terrifying vastness of it, are black holes. Dense voids of space-time made up of crushing gravity where no light can escape. French filmmaker Claire Denis explored the concept of what would happen if you sent a bunch of criminals on a spaceship into one in her 2018 film High Life. It might surprise you, but nothing good happens. High Life puts you in the grips of space madness as doomed inmates are sent on a potential suicide mission, while also being treated as guinea pigs by a power-hungry scientist. There's murder, betrayal, a room referred to simply as the box, as well as what happens when a body goes through spaghettification, which despite its name, is not when you have a really fun time at Olive Garden. Galaxy of Terror. While I haven't counted the exact number, Roger Corman produced somewhere in the neighborhood of a metric poop load of alien ripoffs in the 80s. Galaxy of Terror, alternately known as Mind Warp, is at the top of the heap. Boasting effects and creatures by soon-to-be big shots like James Cameron, the movie has a blue-collar space crew up against an alien that makes you live out your deepest, darkest fears and nightmares. Sort of like Alien meets Freddy Krueger, which is fitting since a pre-Elm Street Robert Englund plays one of the unlucky crew members. Super sleazy and gory, Galaxy of Terror nevertheless gives us plenty to plague our space-phobic dreams. Europa Report. At this point, space movies have a pretty standard setup. An international crew is on a mission somewhere and something goes wrong. You've seen it a million times. What makes Europa Report different is the entire thing is told via in-shuttle cameras. Yes, it's a found footage movie, but that actually makes it all the more tense. As more and more things go wrong on the crew's journey to the Jupiter moon of Europa in search of life underneath the moon's thick layer of water ice, we feel the weightlessness as much as the growing hopelessness. And while the discovery of an alien would be a triumph in the context of the movie, seeing glimpses and wondering what you've seen is still a butt-puckering experience. Planet of the Vampires. Right about now, you're thinking all the canned air has gone to my head. There's no way I actually think a 1960s B-movie made in Italy could possibly scare anybody. That's somewhat true, but Mario Bava's super atmospheric, mega stylized movie with a silly title paved the way for Alien and had some things to say about what aliens in movies could be. After landing on a planet, the unseen, spore-like entity infests the bodies of the recently deceased, using reanimated corpses to try to get off the desolate world and go to Earth. And we see remnants of other massive alien visitors who've met their fates to these microscopic monsters. It looks very 60s, but the storytelling and cosmic scares are way ahead of their time. And there you have it! Space is scary, so have at it, rich guys. Look out for tentacles. Let us know your favorite space horror movie besides Alien, because everyone loves Alien, obviously.
Oh no, not again.
In the comments below, and for more of the cosmic and creepy, affix your gaze on Nerdist.com and keep watching the skis. Skies, it's skies.